Hello, welcome back to another episode of Modded Kerbal Space Program, where I'm probably going to check on some of these mapping satellites and some of my Kerbals in orbit, maybe clean up some of this. We got a lot of stuff orbiting right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do about most of it. Probably nothing, but I don't know. We can probably manage some of this. What are you up to?
Well, my habitation module is still floating around, and I think at the end of our last recording session, or what is this? No, this is not what I thought it was. This changed a lot. Our crazy probe to Duna?
Yeah, the last episode I took off the landers.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
you were taking up an agricultural module last time.
I was. Did we wind up getting that connected off camera?
You didn't. I did.
You did? All right.
You rage quit, and I finished it.
No, that was the second module. Or did I rage quit on both modules?
I think you may have rage quit on both modules.
I had a reason for rage quitting on the third module, because when I reloaded the game, like, everything was, like, out of sync. Like, I had no fuel, and I was a lot further away from the ship than I should have been.
Yeah.
So, that was a programming error. So let's load up the Narnia backbone here and see where we are. Yeah, all right. We've got all three of my modules here are attached to the station in a nice little neat line here. We are pretty shitty on machinery and everything else and all of our other stuff here. So I'm going to send up. See here, we have a command module, don't we? Up? Maybe?
I don't know. It's your station.
Yeah, I know. I got the aeroponics module. We got a lab. And the Pioneer module counts as a lab. And then this is our agricultural module. And let's do this. Deploy! Zoom! There we go. Now we're starting to look a little space station-y here.
So I've got this Pioneer module thing that I put up here, and I think we determined that these things need resources to be able to actually get science. So I'm just going to bring this back because I have no way to get it resources. It does not have a docking port or anything.
Yeah, it's probably easier just to, reload.
Yeah, it's probably easier just to send this up again. Send another one up with resources this time. And probably a better supply of fuel, really. Because this thing didn't have nearly enough. I mean, I still have a bit of Delta V left. I did discover something. These Pioneer modules, while they technically count as like control things, they don't have any torque. So you can't actually turn when you're just using that as the flight mechanism.
Oh, they don't have a reaction control wheel in them.
Yeah. So I've got to turn on the engines and kind of use the vectoring on them, even if it's messing up my periapsis when I want to be lowering it here.
All right.
To turn myself around so I'm facing retrograde.
Do I have any sub-assemblies here? I don't think any of these are sub-assemblies from my rocket thing here. So we're going to load up a lot of crap in here. We're going to load up the greenhouse here because I think that was the larger of the two. Dun, dun, dun. And then we're going to pull out the gooey center here.
What part are you going to take up next?
I think I'm actually going to take some Kerbals up. We're going to take a whole bunch of Kerbals up.
That doesn't have power yet, does it?
It has
Oh no, there are some solar panels.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of
right.
solar panels on it. So, let's see here. Is the probe core? Oh, the probe core is still on. Okay, the probe core is still there in the center. So, I kind of need the probe core. Kind of need the probe core centered out like that. And back up. Back up. And I want it kind of stuck upside down, guys. Come on.
All right. Well, I'm kind of slowly
You know what?
maneuvering this thing into facing the right direction. On our re-entry here.
Okay, so
Back inside the atmosphere now. That's good. I can probably start burning off some more of this speed here soon.
see here. How many Kerbals does the Kerbitat hold? Oh, let's see here. No more being stuffed in a lander can for decades at a time. Kerbitat habitation module. Provides everything, blah, blah, blah. Requires at least one inflatable habitation module or habitation ring to operate.
Yeah, so you probably need to take up that habitation ring before you take Kerbals.
Yeah. Doesn't say how many... Oh, it only has 2 seats. So where's that ring? Oh, there's the habitation ring. Before we do that, let's put a hub connector in between those two there. And one of the things that I'm going to do now is we're going to fill all this stuff here. This has 9 seats in it. Let's deploy. Let's see how cool it looks. Ah, that's just so cool looking.
All right, well, I'm bringing Bilby and Hiluki Kerman back from orbit here. They've been in orbit like 17 days, and they've accomplished nothing. So good for them.
Let's see here. OKS habitation manual. Oh, let's put those caps on, because I think those caps again will make docking a little easier. Although you wouldn't
Possibly.
know by you wouldn't have guessed by my experience with docking. Where are we? What am I looking for? Are they not under the colonization subgroup? Oh, there they are. Module cap. Other module cap and... Nope. Docking port, docking port.
All right, well, we've made it through the we may burn up and die phase.
That's good.
Now we're on the chutes may not deploy and will splat into the ground phase. Okay. The chutes have deployed. Now the question is, will they be enough to slow this giant heavy piece of crap down enough? There are an awful lot of chutes on, I think I used 8-way symmetry, so it's possible. There's also like a couple life support containers, a heat shield, and a battery worth of crash resistance in between the Kerbals and the ground, so that may help.
Oh, no, wait, I don't. Ugh.
Approaching the ground at like 6.5 meters a second, which seems kind of fast, but...
No, wait, I want... Ugh, I gotta... Can't attach my docking... Getting my docking ports dyslexic. Separate! There we go. Rotate. And we want the docking port to lay on top of that. Like... that, and attach...
Hey, nothing exploded. We didn't even fall over. Would you look at that? Recover vessel.
There we
go. Okay, well, that's one less thing in orbit. But of course, now I can't actually do anything. Thanks, game.
what? Alright. Let's add another hub here. And decorate that with docking ports. Because you can't have enough docking ports in a space station. And on the other side, come on. Rotate. There we go. Oh, you know what? Let's put a cap there. Oh, actually, I should put a cap on all of these. Kolonisation mod. Cap. Cap. And cap. Put the docking ports back on.
Load faster, game. I have Kerbal things to do.
Oh, did you crash?
I didn't crash. I had to restart the game.
Oh.
But I hardly ever crash. You're the one with the crashing problems. I have the problems that every so often when I come back from orbit, I can't do anything in the navigation tracking station.
I see.
At which point I have to restart the game, unfortunately.
So let's see here. In terms of storage, is there anything we want to take up?
I would say the biggest mistake that can be made when building one of these space stations is trying to bring too much at once.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. So hold on, I've got... So let's add... Let's add that. And I never intended to have so many solar panels on these, but the probe requires
Power,
basically, yeah. So, well, might as well put solar panels on it.
All right, I'm back in.
Let's put some big ass solar panels on them.
Let's see how some of our mapping is doing. Yeah, 55% complete.
We're going to delete our fairing. Let's see here. How are we doing? This... I'm trying to think. I think this is slightly heavier than it's been before. Because
48% complete. Did I ever put one around Mimus? It doesn't look like it.
You know what I am thinking of doing?
What's that?
Well, you know, because I haven't been building this long enough. Let's take the habitation ring off. And only bring up... Put the monopropellant there. That actually didn't give me as much delta V, additional delta V as I thought it would. What the hell happened here? Oh.
All right, let's see here. We should have robo parts. Yeah, there we go.
Because I thought this was the one I added stuff to. It was. How much delta V was I lying? I got 5,400 delta V. Does that sound like too much? Not enough?
Sounds like enough to me.
Yeah. Because this is definitely light. This is definitely one of the lighter components that I've brought up. Come on, fairing.
All right, let's put... that's not going to attach to what I thought it would. This and... rotate this way. Now we take this. We attach it to that, maybe? All right, that looks close.
All right, I'm satisfied with this. Let's get an actual launch here, and that's not going to happen before the end of the next episode.
No, yeah, this is you crashed. Hey, look at that.
Exactly.
We're also at the end of this episode, anyway.
Exactly what I was pointing at.
So, if you liked the video, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for some more modded Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. Bye.